Reasons, but this one is a very interesting one that I'd just like to share with you. The average kindergarten student has seen more than 5,000 hours of TV, having spent more time in front of the TV than it takes to earn a bachelor's degree. Just one of those reasons. Wow. The impact of illiteracy. Well, it leads to poor-paying jobs with no benefits. Some of our adult students work 2 jobs just to put enough food on the table for their families. Then there's the cost to taxpayers. Government assistance, overuse of the hospital, ER, overdependence on media coverage. Can you imagine having to make a decision about an election and voting if you couldn't read and write? And then, again, the children of illiterates are twice as likely as their peers to be able to read. So who do we serve? We serve students who read at or below the 5th grade level in our adult literacy and ESL programs. We used to serve up through the 8th, but we decided, after maintaining about a 200-person waiting list at any time around the county, that we had to narrow it down. And what we found out was that you could enter Solano College with 5th grade reading level. There were adult basic education classes at the adult school, but there was nothing for those students from pre-primer up to the 5th grade reading level. So that's where we started with that level. And we will keep students right up until they're at the 8th grade level, but beyond that, they have to graduate from our program and move to other resources within our county. This is an interesting statement too. It is said that from pre-primer to the 5th grade, you're learning to read. 5th grade on, once you have that reading skills, you can read to learn. So right now we're serving about 200 students. 80% of them are reading and writing students, our basic literacy, and about 20% of those are listening and speaking. They come from all over the world and all corners of the U.S. The one thing, the common thread that they all share, though, is that they have a desire to learn. They come to the literacy program when they're ready to make a life change. I'd like to introduce to you now one of the students in our program, Carmen Rodriguez. Carmen is one of those stars for our program. She is from the Vacaville community, and she has worked with a tutor, several tutors, and now has also become a leader, a learner leader in our program. So Carmen Rodriguez, and let me tell you too, Carmen, working with her tutor, got her U.S. citizenship about 3 years ago, so we're very proud of her.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Carmen Rodriguez. I'm living here in Vacaville for almost 19 years old. I involved in this program almost 4 years ago, and my dream is to have my citizenship in this country. Too many people ask me sometimes, Carmen, why do you know speak English before? Before, when come here in this country, I work hard for my sons. Later work for my house and think in my future. And sometimes I go, not sometimes, every time I go to the school with my sons and speak only Spanish. Sometimes I need translator. And look for important to speak English in this country. And one day I go to the library and my son say, Mommy, here's, you learn English. Okay, I go over there. Because every time I'm involved in the community and the schools in my sons, in the Vanden High School, Golden West, Cambridge, when any of my sons stay, but every day is in Spanish. And when I say, oh no, Carmen, you need to speak English. And involved in this leadership program, I'm very happy because I have one tutor. This tutor gives me a story. My tutor asked me for 800 questions the immigration asked. When I go to have my citizenship, only 3 questions the immigration asked me, and I stay very happy. I invite all people who don't speak English come in this literacy program, because no only give class the English. At the same time, give a program, for example, Alalife. This program involves the students for STEAM. You wrote your STEAM for speaking public. I speak in public every time, but only in Spanish. It's important for me to speak well English because I need help. I like help at the community. They don't speak English, not only Spanish, Indians, Asiatics people, and everything. Thank you so much for listening. At the same time, invite the others, women or men. Please involve in this because all people need tutors. Yes, ma'am?
Yeah, I got a question. How long did it take you from start to finish for your citizenship?
6 months. And 6 months. For the process?
For the whole,
Yeah.
for
For memorize my English or
no,
approve my English.
Just for your citizenship.
6 months.
6 months.
In 6 months, yes. At the same time, involving the immigration for orientation for the people need that first the residence. You need the people need take the residence first, and the 5 years later you take your citizenship in 6 months.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any questions? Yes.
How long did it take you from beginning to end to be comfortable enough to come up here and speak to all of us in English when you first went to the system?
For the system, the program, or
The program.
how long? Oh my God. Depend the rate. Yes. But depending the students is depend. For example, too many people. So it's like my sons. Mommy, you is old. No, I'm not old. I'm not old. I'm only 16 years old. I have hungry. They learn more. I need to learn more. And the same time, invite everybody, everyone at this program for tutors. This program needs tutors. I like this program. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Carmen, and thank you, Joanne. I'll make this brief. Here's how you can help. You can, if you belong to a service club, give us an opportunity to come to one of your service club meetings to speak about the literacy in Solano County. Community events, business meetings. Kathleen mentioned Measure I. Now for Vacaville, that is coming up again in the next 2 years. And that's about $9.50 of money that comes out. It's actually paid in through your water to the city.
Every 6 weeks.
But that money comes out and it helps fund the library. So it's an important measure that's going to come up for renewal. Measure B is a Solano County measure. That is a 1/8 cent sales tax, and that will be coming up in 2014. So it seems like a long ways away, but it's really not.
Can I just point out too that both of these are currently already in effect. We're trying to keep them from sunset.
Correct.
We're just renewing them. These are services you already have. If you want to keep them, you got to vote for them.
Right. The other way you can be a life changer is to, if you know of any organizations or there's any individuals that offer grants to nonprofits, we'd be interested in that. Corporate sponsorships, association sponsorships, individual sponsorships, to help the Library Foundation. I know you're waiting for me, so I'm going to end this. If you would like to contact us, I've put some brochures, some membership brochures on the tables. I've also put a bookmark, I Support Literacy. It's got our contact information. Please contact us. Would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for your time this morning. I really appreciate it.
No, that's okay. I can't say much more than the 4 people who preceded me, okay? Going back to Kathleen Ramos, she was telling you about going to the library when she was growing up. Well, when I grew up, we lived so far back in the sticks in the country, we didn't have a library. We had a bookmobile. I couldn't wait for that bookmobile to come around, especially during summer when school was out. I loved that bookmobile to read those books because we didn't have a TV. The reason we didn't have a TV, we didn't have a roof on the house, so we'd have to put a roof on the house have an antenna, so we can have TV. But I've been with the Solano County Library Foundation Board of Directors for 12 years, and I'm really proud of what the Solano County Library Foundation does. I served 1 year as past president, believe it or not, and I also had the honor 1 year of chairing the Authors Luncheon. If you've never been to the Authors Luncheon, you don't know what you're missing, because I'd categorize that up there with the Wine and Food Jubilee. It's fantastic, and you need to get out and go to this thing in November. And it's amazing what the Solano County Library Foundation has done for the county. When you look at, they're providing programs for children under 5 years of age all the way up to senior citizens. And that covers everything in Solano County. And it's great, it's fantastic. And I'd like to thank Eileen and everyone this morning for doing this presentation, and thank you for sitting here and listening. Thank you very much.